Hey everyone, hi, it's Lisa Clayton of lisaaclayton.com, angel intuitive, and founder and leader of the Inner Leader movement of heart focused living. And today we have Indigo here to help us with the Monday mantra for February 24th, 2020. It's a packed one. So I'm not so sure how much you'll be able to stay up here because I have a lot of information to share with you today for this Monday mantra. And the Monday mantra is about forgiveness. As you can see on the thumbnail, the forgiveness is giving yourself that beautiful inner power liberation. And so there's a lot of aspects coming in as this Monday mantra was downloaded yesterday, along with a lot of other information that I just had to sit down this afternoon and type out for you. There's three aspects to this Monday mantra and the energy and the messages that come through from the angels. So first of all, there's this new moon energy, new moon in Pisces. And then there's this forgiveness energy that comes in with this new moon energy. And then we have specific angel guidance and messages. So this is a combination. This Monday mantra is kind of it's huge. It's very, very rich in the energy of bringing forth angel astrology for this new moon in Pisces, and also bringing forth the message of the energy to navigate through in this week for the coming week ahead. It's the last week in February. We've already completed 2 months in 2020, so it's time we kind of get our act together now. Okay, so that's what they're saying. Indigo, have you been getting your act together for 2020? Is there anything you'd like to say that you're doing differently for this year? Anything you want to say? Okay, well, we'll wait till you choose the angel cards. So actually, Indigo was with me all day yesterday. I still wasn't feeling well from this virus I've had. I was just spending time with her and receiving downloads and writing down everything for you today. So there's three aspects that we're going to touch upon for this Monday mantra. So the new moon in Pisces, how the forgiveness ties into this, and then the specific angel messages. I think I already said that, but I really want to repeat that because it's really super important to look at all the aspects that are going to help you navigate through this coming week. There's a lot going on. Okay, so let's start with what the downloads were in angel astrology for this new moon in Pisces. It happened yesterday. So new moons invite us to set intentions, yet this new moon is a bit different because Mercury is in retrograde. So it's influencing the energy of this new moon. So planting seeds for our intentions is not going to take hold right away until we create more of the environment for these seeds to bloom. I love that. So a lot of times when we are setting our intentions under the new moon, we watch them manifest, or we watch portions of them manifest as the moon comes into light, coming into fullness to illuminate what we planted under that new moon in the darkness. However, this manifestation is going to take longer now with Mercury in retrograde. So this new moon is an excellent time to do the shadow and the inner work. Pisces is a water sign, okay? And it is the water of the womb, this dark, fertile space for creation. So that's what the angels were saying. Really think about this Pisces time as a birthing something, but it doesn't necessarily just form into a baby and gets birthed right away. So that's what this new moon is encouraging, is patience and time. So the sun is also in the water sign of Pisces. So we can almost consider the sun as the dark sun. And I love that. One of the astrologers brought that to my attention as I was tuning in and asking, which messages do I bring forth for this new moon? And she was saying, sun in Pisces, new moon in Pisces, dark, dark, dark. Even though the sun is light, it's in this dark womb Pisces watery sign. So it's a perfect time. It's a powerful time, not even perfect time. It's a powerful time for diving deep. And I love that. It's an excellent time. As I wrote down, I'm going to read through my notes because I don't want to miss a point for you today. This is a powerful time for diving deep. It's an excellent time for clearing karma, clearing what's stagnant, stuck, what is attached to the old patriarchy, the old paradigm of what we need to face, what we need to deal with, release or transform in some way. I love that. So it's not like they're just coming up. It's like we need to do something with this. Okay, so with Mercury in retrograde, the next 3 days, today's day one, um, landed on the Monday Mantra Day. After the new moon, we're on the heels of that new moon. Will be power. It's a powerful portal to utilize this energy to do the work, to rewire, and to deal with what's out of alignment in our life. So there's something very magical and mystical about this new moon too. It's like something is getting ready to be unlocked in this new moon energy. But we have to clear the space for it to come forth. I had a couple of situations this past weekend that I didn't really understand why they were happening. But now, after I went higher in an observation mode and looked at them, I realized that it was unlocking the opportunity for me to create and to spend more time on my book. I have a new book coming out this year, my first solo book. I've been an author to 4 compilations, but this is my first solo book. And they were saying, as the angels took me up higher, instead of being down here in disappointment or confusion or frustration, they're like, go higher, and look at the opportunity now that you have in this extra time to write your book. So the other thing that came through too is this environment. Create the environment, clear the space. So when I was feeling better, I was like cleaning different sections of my house. I was clearing space. I was clearing. I cleared out everything here in my office, so I had writing space, new writing space. I didn't even know what. I mean, I was just so motivated to create an environment that could invite in this mystery of what's unlocking in the potential, bringing our gifts forward. So I thought that was pretty powerful. So those are the basic angel astrology that's attached, basic angel astrology concepts, messages, and guidance that are connected to this new moon in Pisces. So here's where forgiveness comes in. So the new moon, and we're still gonna. So there's 2 aspects of this. One is the new moon energy, and the other one is the visions that I was given. I was downloaded at the beginning of the year to teach the concepts of heart in this new energy of 2020. So forgiveness comes in 2 aspects of that. First, new moon energy. So this new moon energy brings forth all of the old fears, regrets, anger, and feelings of betrayal or loss. So that's what a new moon does. It gives us that time to go into the shadow time. But what this new moon is doing, see, because Mercury's in retrograde, it's churning it up. It's like, you can feel it, but we're going to really make those emotions right in front of you. Happened to me this weekend. As this new moon energy was building, I got stuff thrown right in my face I was not expecting whatsoever, and I had to deal with it. I couldn't ignore it, and I couldn't push it away. I had to respond, and I had to take some time in not going into unforgiveness, but forgiveness energy to state my responses with love, compassion, and understanding. Whew, big, huge shift. Really, really was proud of all the inner work I've been doing because I'm like, boy, my old self would have responded completely different. Okay, so this is the time of reckoning and taking inventory of our patterns. This is what I did. I took inventory of my patterns in my physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual state that has kept us stuck or bound. So this is an important question, the angel said. You should ask every single day, where is unforgiveness coming up for me in these patterns with yourself and others. So where's unforgiveness coming in? The next 3 days are going to be really important. We take a deep dive into unforgiveness. Where are you not letting go? Where do you still have resentment? Where are you still remembering betrayal? Where are you applying a pattern to a person saying, oh, that person does this, so, this is what I'm going to expect? Where is the opening and clearing the space for that? That's what the angels are saying. Unforgiveness needs to go, and this new energy of forgiveness needs to come in. So these new energies, these emotions and energies are coming in so you can engage, guess what? In creativity, in hope, in imagination, in inspiration, and vision of what you want for yourself. When you own these emotions and you forgive the past or what is happening currently in your life and look forward, this is the part of the Monday mantra that came through. You have inner power, liberation. I can't tell you how much power I felt when I chose to respond with forgiveness instead of unforgiveness, or go back and say, oh, I must not be good enough, or I must have done something to create this, or start blaming and judging and self sabotaging myself in these two situations. One was professional and one was personal. Very fascinating that the angels brought these to me, boom, right here. Hey, honey, deal with this right now. Where can you dig deep to uproot any of those tendrils? When we pull a root out, there's these little fine little tendrils of roots that kind of stay attached to the soil. And that's what they were asking me to take up. So that's what they're asking you to do. So here's the other part of forgiveness. This is why the Monday mantra came through. Angels brought me back to, hey, remember when we took you down with the virus in the beginning of the year? We gave you 12 heart concepts to teach this year in the inner leader movement, the inner leader movement of heart, higher heart consciousness. And what was the first one, Lisa? I go back to my journal. I look, it's forgiveness. Okay, so we want you to bring forth this new energy, this new vibration and meaning of forgiveness in the Monday mantra this week, because it's really super important. It's a new moon, it's a new beginning, it's new intentions. And so what these 12 concepts of heart is that I'm going to help you anchor those in to your heart so that they become a natural integration for how you're living your life. And they're saying these are really important to do in 2020. We're still setting the stage this year for what's going to happen in the next decade. So it's not just about 2020, it's about what's going to happen in the next decade. This is important work this year. So that's why I'm creating all kinds of packages and all kinds of approaches so that you can get involved with the inner leader movement to have these 12 concepts anchored into your heart so they become a natural integration. Forgiveness was number one that they came through with. So a few things. Just a few things. I'm going to give you kind of a preview of this module or group coaching that I'm going to be doing. This new vibration of forgiveness creates, number one, freedom, a new sense of liberation. That's the second one, that last line in the Monday mantra, inner power, liberation. It ends karma, ends the karmic contracts that we keep repeating over and over and over in lifetimes. And it helps us access the channels of light in our higher self, in our higher heart, in our soul's wisdom to light up the blueprint so that we can bring forth our unique gifts and talents to share with the world. So remembering in the process of forgiveness to give the benefit of the doubt. Don't attack or attach blame. Okay, so forgiving yourself first, that's really, really super important. I'll be going over that in the coaching model that I'm going to be putting together for Inner Leader. But forgiving yourself first for the intense emotions that you have when these situations happen. Boy, did I go into some frustration and a little bit of anger this weekend, especially on the personal level. Was with a family member, and what this emotion now of forgiveness, this new vibration of forgiveness is bringing is the opportunity to invite peace. So when we have these emotions, we're seeking the truth in the emotion of forgiveness. And when I went deep and I really tapped into that truth, it was totally liberating, totally liberating. I was holding on to something I didn't need to hold on to any longer. And I went deep and discovered that. So, one other last passage that I wanted to share with you was the download that I do in my journals. This is my angel journal that I just sit and I channel in the messages. So, this is where Monday mantras come in, the forgiveness Monday mantra for today, and then all the angel astrology. But I love this angel astrology. I kind of wanted to sum up the whole message of the Monday mantra today with the forgiveness, giving yourself this freedom, with the last download that was given to me right before midnight last night. So I love this. So the way out is to break through with this dark sun and the dark moon in Pisces. Release what is stuck, stagnant, move the energy, clear the space, do the work now so the new can bloom. Mercury retrograde slows the growth, yet uncovers what needs to go, the last roots to be uprooted so the new soil can be cultivated. And I love this because I grew up on a farm, and in the springtime, we would plow the fields, we would uproot all the roots, but then we would go in with the disc and we would smooth out all the furrows. But in that smoothing out, we still had to go in and pull out some roots that got missed in that first up leveling and going into that turning over the dark soil into the light. There were still some roots that we had to pull out. I love that. And I love that they said last roots to be uprooted so the new soil can be cultivated. So they're asking us to create this new landscape, to plant the new seeds, but it does take some time to prepare the soil. So dreams become a reality through the openness to receive messages of higher heart and mind. The soul is calling with its voice of unique talents and gifts that you are to offer now. But here was an interesting part of this that I thought was fascinating. Protection is necessary as others unravel their they used a nice word, BS, and emotions that are fueled by fear. Angels are on guard with guidance. Listen up and rise up. So we really have to tune in and go into our hearts and listen to the angels' messages. And then rise up, go to that higher perspective, like they took me in these two situations this past weekend, personally and professional, and said, go above, be an observer, and then come forth with love and compassion in your response. Dive deep. I love this last one. Dive deep, go to the bottom, and dig in the dark for the buried treasures. And those are your unique gifts. So I love that last download that came in right before midnight about how to work in the next 3 days with this energy of the new moon. And so in Indigo, we're ready to ask the angels who's going to assist us in this full week ahead of us for forgiveness, this new forgiveness, giving yourself some liberation, some inner power. Is there anyone you need to forgive? Okay, I've already shuffled the cards. Do you want to give your beautiful energy by tapping on the cards? 1, 2, 3. Yep, and oh, even a lick. Well, thank you. Thank you, dear Indigo. Oh, I just love having her here as a animal spirit intuitive. Believe me, she really is. Some of the things that she guides me to and leads me to in my human vehicle, I probably never would experience without Indigo here. So those of you that have animal spirits, you absolutely know what I'm talking about. Okay, so we have 3 cards that came out to help us with this Monday mantra. Oh, let's just take a deep breath in our heart. Let's just take a deep breath in our heart and just slow up. I just gave you a lot of information. So let's just let that flow. That's what the new moon does in the cycles, just that ebb and tide flow. So this is feel this beautiful breath and energy coming into the heart. Nice deep breath in, and trust that these beautiful messages are being integrated into your heart by just slowing up and breathing into that heart area. I call it the heart sacred space. Okay, so just slow up and just take some nice deep breaths into the heart as we seal in these beautiful energies, all this information of forgiveness, of giving yourself this inner power liberation. So the first card that came through is Zachiel with security. So this is the protection. So you are protected, you are secure as you learn to forgive in this higher dimensional energy and knowing that this beautiful flower of life, Zachiel's saying we're all connected. And the more that we practice forgiveness, the more that is going to ripple out into the every aspect of what you touch, what you say, what you breathe into the beautiful life that you are given here. So this is the ripple effect, the connectedness, and the security of activating this energy of forgiveness, this inner power, this liberation. Love that. And so we have Zachiel and Zafkiel. So here's Zafkiel with surrender. So this is the surrender of, um, this is that letting go. This is like, hey, what is keeping you bound? What's keeping you stuck? Where are those last little tendrils of the root that you need to just surrender? And we don't have to do this by ourselves. That's why that's why I'm bringing in this angel guidance for you. You're not alone. You can do this with the angels' help. So Zachiel's saying, hey, surrender it up. Let me help you. What is it that you need to release? What is it that you need to dig deep? Where is the unforgiveness? Surrender it up and let me help you heal it. Love that. And Zafkiel comes through again because this is the inner power liberation. This is the energy of ecstasy. So surrendering that up, letting go, digging deep, getting those roots up. This is what you're going to feel: pure joy, pure love, pure ecstasy. Ecstasy, the two roots of ecstasy are joy and love. And Zafkiel's saying, this is what I can help you with in this Monday mantra. Indigo, you did good. You did so good in picking the angels. Well, they actually picked you, huh? They picked you to pick them to say, yes, let's sail through with Zachiel and Zafkiel with security. We're protected. We're all connected. And the more that we forgive, the more we get connected, the more that we feel the love. And then with Zafkiel, with surrender, let's give it up. I think that you need less treats each day. Oh, she was barking before the video, and I'm like, no more treats. But you got one, didn't you? Okay, so surrender up some of those treats and then feel that love and joy and ecstasy. So I hope that you enjoyed this Monday mantra, the Angel Astrology Report. It was a pretty long one today, but a very important one. And we send you lots of love and lots of light and invite you to join in on the different options that you can get involved with the inner leader movement of heart living and higher heart consciousness and bringing forth the soul's wisdom gifts to navigate through this new earth, this new time on the planet. We love you. We send you messages of lots of love and light, and we'll see you next week for the Monday mantra, which will be March. It'll be March already. Okay, have a great week and do everything with this beautiful, beautiful forgiveness and the ecstasy of joy and love. Okay, say goodbye, Indigo. Bye. Take good care.